It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Football Team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Down. It's Gibson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Winston. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Winston. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Gibson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Now the 1st carry for Bryce Love. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 1st touchdown on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tackled at the 25.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson in on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. From the gun, it's Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
On first down, it's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They run the counter. Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A Seahawk first down as Wilson finds Lockett. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Complete.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Winston now from the 50. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It'll be Love to try and get the first. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11 at the 14-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Jordan Brooks with it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, it's Carson.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And it's third down.
On third down, Carson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Carson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep and got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Well, partners, a pretty easy explanation for his success in this one. He's very comfortable throwing the football. Did you just see that one? In the pocket, no real pressure, yet to be sacked today. When he's that comfortable, that leads to those types of completions.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They run the counter. It's Carson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find the hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Play action. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Washington 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Carson. Got some room at the 30. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick, it heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they give this time to the tailback. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number? Let's say 200 plus.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson.
Antonio Gibson.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. It's Gibson, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st and 10, Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. and touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 35, Washington 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the run.
They run it with Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They run again with Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. To throw, Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Gibson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
All
right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he finds McLaurin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Love, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Seahawks 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Here's Love again.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
On 3rd down, here's Love.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
4th and goal.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Washington field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Hopkins' kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot to the top of the wagon. Lay back, hike your team. Rip right. 53's the mark. 53, check 53.
And they take a knee.
So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to cycle